I'm back. Yay! I made it back. I think it's I'm convinced. I don't even know if anybody will come back on to join me. Well, it looks like some people got back with me here. I don't know. I'm convinced. I like so. I stream from the restaurant every morning, and it's kind of in a business sort of district kind of area. I'm beginning to get convinced that every morning at 7:30, like all the like I don't know, like all these networks around me are just firing off and clogging up. I I'm making this shit up as I go. But that's what it feels like to me. I'll tell you that much. It's fucking what it feels like. Feels like the internet gods hating on my face. Hating on my face. All right. So, what time frame structure did we just break? 5 minute. Just broke 5 minute structure here. I don't think that's 10. Maybe it's 10. Nah, it's more like 5 minute structure. No, we have already tapped down into this. This could be the point in which we maybe do lift back up to something like that, maybe. But if you recover half of this wick right here, well, then likely it's just gonna kind of peter down more. Um, so yeah, yeah, the only good news for me personally, anyway, the only good news is when I clicked short on the exchange, it actually went through before the entire fucking internet shit out on me. So that was a good. I guess that's the good thing, and I already have that position at stop loss at break even. Um, I'll definitely be taking profits on this. The fuck is the thing I'm looking for? Yeah, I'll definitely be taking profits there. Definitely be taking profits there. Probably, I honestly I'd probably close the whole thing out there. What happened to Sol? Hey, fine. I think it's going to run the low again. I think it's going to run the low again. Seems very possible at this point. Just come from here to what is it? This one to this one. Breakity break. Yeah, hey, fine. I think that's gonna run the low again. Call me crazy, but I think it'll do it. So and I will still say that I think that that is still a very interesting place to watch. I think that is a very interesting place to watch. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but I want an alert. I'm gonna make two alerts on here. Actually, I'm making two alerts. One is going to be this right here, and the reason I am going to put an alert here, let me get it on my chart before I say anything, is because there was a break here. There is demand in this area, in this whole generalized zone. So if price were to turn around and come out back up above this at this point, I just want to know. I want to know, and I want to know if it is looking like it wants to march up to that point. The other alert that I'm going to put on this chart is going to be at this low. For a long trade off of that low. Yeah, so it's two alerts I want there. Bitty Bitcoins, what we doing? We jumping, we're eating through my little demand, man. Why'd you done eat all the way through my demand? All right. Boom. What else do we want to look at? I have a Londo over here. What's I looking at there? I was doing a little cooking on this chart earlier. There's just generally Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, it's like, oh well, yeah. Which one is it, Burberry? I don't fucking know. But the excuse my French. It's where there's going to be a significant if Ondo's going to turn around back around for that high, there's going to be a significant transmission of transition in market structure in one of these areas. Um, Not all of them, just one of them. Just one of them. That's what I suspect. I don't think you're going to come down here, flip something important, come up higher, come down here, flip something important, come down here, flips. No, I don't really suspect that that would be the case. No, I think you're going to get some decent structure, and you're going to probably come up for that high and all that liquidity. And nobody asked for Honda, but there you go. INJ should complete its full rotation today. That seems very logical. AVAX was another one we were looking at. Is it? Are we ready for longs on AVAX? What do we have here? I mean, potentially. You know, it's a potential. It's a um, not a good potential, but it is a potential. Let's get some lines deleted off of here. Go away, get out of my life. Go away, get out of my life. Yeah, I mean, no, and you need to go, and you need to go, and you can go now, and you can go now, because that to me would be that would be final target on that trade. Well, I mean, will you get to take this low out? Yeah, we're going to find out today. I have a suspicion we're going to find out today, but you know, will it make some sort of internal range rotation back up? I guess we'll see. But you know, probably. I mean, I want to see that low go. Fuck, I forget. Speaking of that low, what was that chart we were looking at yesterday where I was like, nothing else did this? AR. It was AR, wasn't it? It was AR. Yeah, it was AR. So AR, kind of a similar thing where I want to. This is not going to do anything for me. Interested to see what happens on that low at AR, which could very well be today. So I'm going to plug an alert there as well. Hunts per bar. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm proud of myself for acing that New York Open. I am proud of myself for that. Yep, me patting myself on the back. I am proud of acing the New York Open. I don't think I have a whole lot of haters, but in the event that I did, I'll give you a receipt. Which I hate those. I ever tell you, you guys, everybody in chat, you know why I hate those tiles? You know why I hate those stupid little P&L tiles? Give me a one in chat if you do not know why those P&L tiles. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna go poker. I mean, there's you guys got to ask me some questions, and I'm happy to respond to those. I don't have a ton to talk about on this chart. Like I've really kind of covered this, though I do need an alert here. Actually, no, I don't need an alert there. I need to go into my exchange. I need to set a goddamn take profit. That's what the hell I need to do. Not be a freaking ninny about it. Front run it a little bit, maybe 95, 100. Yeah, there we go. And what was I say? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna start poking around at some stuff, right? See what big movers are. What's the big movers and shakers? Jupe, why you down so low, man? Why you down so low, Jupe? What's up with you, man? What's up with you? Can we just delete this chart? Can we please remove all the drawings from here? I just want to look at it from this perspective. Probably something like that. I think. I think. It should be cool to see Jupe just, just rip the fucking band-aid off, get rid of all these things. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. But I suppose it might be interesting to watch as soon as, yeah, like right where we're at ish. Ish. Ish and about where we bees. Ish and about where we be. Boy, that is one hell of a bearish candle coming directly towards that level, though. Hmm. I'm gonna get. Whatever. You got 15-minute structure down there. It's fine. Right? Yeah, it's fine. I think Jupe would be very interesting if it comes back for 75 cents and breaks that. I think that would be an interesting long. I'd really like to see 70 cents, 0.7066. I'd like to see that go first. But this is a spot chart also, so I mean, maybe it did already get swept on a perpetual chart or something somewhere. I think that could be interesting. Maybe we'll get an alert there too. I can't see my chat. We should probably fix that. Is it because of those crazy big price percentages on the P&L tile? Oh, so that's somebody that doesn't. The reason why is because I just think that I think that they can be very misleading. Um, yeah, I think they can be very misleading. To me, a trade is defined by its risk to reward and nothing else. Is the only, this number here is the only defining factor that determines a profitability of a trade, in my opinion. Is the only thing that matters. Outside of that, I think it's all hogwash. Like for instance, you could you can jack that you can manipulate those tiles so much. You can remove 90% of your margin, and you could enter it 5x with $100, and then remove like $90 and crank the leverage up to 100x, and then be like, boom, look at this. To me, this is the defining factor. This always will be the defining factor. So like another good example of that is let's say that you see a P&L tile from here, and it's like, oh, I made 600 and I made 658%. I was at 100x leverage or whatever, right? It's like, okay, well, did you have to risk that much to make that much? Because if you did, that's. I mean, that was. I'm glad you're in profit, but like it's just there. I don't like them. I just don't like them, guys. I don't like them. And thanks for letting me rant about it. Oh, you know what we should do? We should look at ETH. For no real particular reason other than the fact that I don't like it, and I make it a personal fucking can't with this thing, dude. And so I make it a personal mission of mine to eventually crack the fucking code on this chart. I can't even trade this shit because it's fucking. I'm so bad at it. Yeah, I mean, it looks to, instead of like longing out of there for whatever cockamamie idea I had there, instead it fills this high. Break structure here. That low seems pretty targeted. Break structure again here. Never makes it out of this guy. It's pretty weak little order block there, but it doesn't matter. Never made it through it, and yeah, and yeah, probably more likely a goodbye to these. Ah, sorry for the French again, guys. Um, hey, big wick energy on an inside bar. Let's go. It's fun to say too. I'm gonna guess that trade didn't. That was another bad idea. Yep. Why? What is up with that? That's kind of wild. I mean, I gotta find a chart with some. Look at that. It breaks daily structure and then falls over. That's wild. So is this the lowest of lows? That's the question at hand now. OKX tether? No, it's not the lowest of lows, but a significant low nonetheless. Let's go to a weekly chart. Hmm. Well, that does not leave me with a lot of confidence because that seems to have broken the weekly market structure, which leaves me with one option. I think it would be crazy to shoot for anything more than that high, personally. Um, yeah, that leaves me with one option there, which really kind of involves that low going again. Don't like that. No, I don't particularly like that. That looks bearish. I gotta get this yellow box out of my way. It's fucking driving me insane. And there's too many lines here. They gotta go to. So look at this local range here. Hmm. Hmm. I'm pretty conflicted. Like I want down. I want lower on this. I'm having a hard time justifying it. I am having a hard time justifying it. After removing all of this liquidity and then returning what 30-minute plus structure to bullish, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good in my opinion. My concern is the failure to clear this high. That's my current concern. I would have felt better if we'd have run this low in addition to that liquidity. Would have felt better about that. Huh. Well, let's go to a lower time frame still. It is interesting. It is interesting. I'm feeling your big wick energy here, man. I'm feeling your big witch energy. Oh, and we had some more people, and I haven't said good morning to Tumbly and Spiros Stravo. No, Stavrov. Luke and Reaper and Alex and Juan Harmony. Yeah, good morning to you guys. You know, I get it. I get this. I'm getting this big wick energy. I'm feeling that. Feeling that. I'm feeling that. I don't. That's just a difficult spot for me, man. I don't know if I would consider this a generally for me anyways, just like a high confluence type of a zone. It's just for me, it's just not. It's just not. Yeah, there's too many conflicting things on this chart for me. My gut, if I had to trade it, I'd short it. But there is some conflicting information on the chart that really wouldn't make me want to do that either. So I think this is a no for me. I think this is a no for me. Yeah. Yeah. You know, like I was looking at the Bitcoin chart this morning and I was like, now this looks far more clear. This gave me confidence. And then that New York Open, I was like, okay, okay, I'm comfortable in this environment. I'm not getting the same vibes over here on Pith. And so for me, it's a no go. It's a no go. No, it's just a no go. Thank you though. I appreciate you recommending it, and I do like the challenge, right? But if I had to trade it, I'd short it, and I'd stop above. I would. It would look like this. It look like this, with the hope of breaking that low and targeting as low as there. Um, yeah, that's my final answer, and I could so be wrong on that. And then, bro, I open along at Soul 189. Did you spot long? Instead of a 5 minute order book. Yeah, yeah, Alex, I see that question. Let me just take a peep at Soul real quick. 189. Wait, what? Bro, I open long Soul at spot price 189. Well, buckle up, kiddo. You might, it might be a little while before you get back into profit on that one. 189. Ah, yeah, buckle up. You're gonna be holding on to that spot bag for some time still. For some time still. Okay. Yeah, it's just I mean, and I'm sorry. I don't want to just shit on you here. 189. So you're up here. Things can get pretty bullish from here. I am looking long out of that area. Nasty price action. Yeah, but so Alex, and I know that there's always this weird YouTube lag. I did hop out it, so I hopped out of your stream right before market open to start my stream, and then obviously, of course, my internet absolutely shit out. But like you were looking at that short, did you get you some of that? Because it was. I know you were looking at I know you were looking at a short here. I know it. I know it. I know you was, and so I'm curious about that. And now I have a question about can you analyze the sweep of the low at 94,900 for possible Model 1 distribution inside of a 5 minute order block? Sweep of a low for a distribution. Um, oh, you missed it? Oh, that sucks, bud. I'm sorry. Um, Sweep of the low. Okay, so let me get this 94,900. 94,900. Okay, so this one 5 minute order block. Okay. So you're looking at this thing right here. Let's see. This is I love questions like this are fun. Oh, okay. So that order block has been tagged already, and so Model One accumulation um, would be one more run on this low, right? That would be Model One. That would give you the look of a Model One accumulation is to have one more run on 95K. Um, I'm not saying it can't work. 95K is an interesting level on the chart for me. It's a significant take profit on my short. The higher time frame structure doesn't agree with that concept. Uh, because you still have a failure here indicating weakness here. So for it to reaccumulate right here and come up from there, it just doesn't make as much sense to me as a reaccumulation here would. That would make more sense. Or honestly, just run that fucking low again, or break it. Fucking break it bearishly for. Just do something with this low. Make it go away. So my only concern there is that I don't think um, that agrees with the higher time frame structure. Uh, Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and like, why would it? It's technically it's a fourth tap, right? Technically, it would be a fourth tap. It would be one, two. I'm sorry, one, two, three, and then four, which is doesn't tend to work as well. Does not tend to work as well. Hey, nice, good. I'm glad you. I'm glad you still got your money from the market. I'm glad Alex got his money from the market. And I agree with you, but could just be retrace to sweep some highs. Yes, yes. Now that I will give you. Alex, regular Alex, standard Alex, not Alex O crypto. That I would give you, right? Is if you sweep it one more time. Yeah, yeah. So you're saying like sweep it one more time, come up and clean that high up. It would be an odd move. It would be an odd move. I would almost suspect that if you came back up, you would break that high. But you could just clean it up and drop further. I mean, hey, listen. At the end of the day, uh, I have no problem with what you're proposing because it's just a concept of range and rotation, right? This is always going to only do this. It's only ever going to do that until it breaks up out of here or breaks down out of here. Outside of that, yeah, you should probably plan on it just rotating until it gets the hell out of this area. So yeah, and then go back for the lows. Yeah, yeah, I get it, right? Just rotate around, sweep out these lows, sweep out those highs, sweep out those lows. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, I'm all for it. Maybe we'll actually have some structure by the time we get there. Maybe we will actually have some structure by the time we get there, and develop a crawl like that, build up some liquidity, and yeah, well, that'd be interesting. Do I not have an alert down there? Like a bozo? Oh, why is such bozo? Probably gonna run out of alerts here really soon. Phone is ringing. Phone is ringing. Hold on, please. Good morning. Oh, that's right. You had to come back for that little drip. I remember now. I was like, what are you doing here? Like we're not even selling burgers at this hour. All right, I'm gonna come let you in real quick. All right, be back in 3 minutes. Sorry, if it isn't one interruption, it's another. Well, that's funny. The stream hasn't even caught up with me yet. Oh, I can fast forward. Here we go. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm upset about is fucking like this INJ trade from yesterday, or that Soul Short, which I think we deleted, but was an absolute banger. Hit all three targets. Those ones were a little bit of bummers for me. Those ones were little bummers. All right. Let's see here. But do you think rotate from that to 97,500 again, 98? Okay, so do you think to rotate from the lows to 97.5 or 98 and then go down again? No, that does not make sense to me. Nope. Uh, okay, hold on. Let me grab a blank chart and let me get a fresh perspective on that. I think I just need to wipe this by the chart. Can we do that? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's wipe some stuff in here. Okay, so I think what you're saying is, can we pull this, rotate back up here, or as high as 98, which is essentially the top of that line of liquidity, right? And come up to here only to roll back down again. Seems like the kind of shit move BTC would make these days. I'll give it that, because that would just be an internal range rotation to a range that's already internal to another range, internal to another range. So it does seem like the kind of fuckery that it's up to lately. But here would be my primary concern about it. I don't consider this to be a range high, and so I would not look at it as a. I just don't consider that. Yeah, I don't. I'd have a really hard time considering that a range high, and so if you were to come up there, especially after sweeping this low one more time, you're going to be standing on top of some fairly bullish market structure. I mean, at least 1 hour bullish market structure, right? You'd be standing on top of 1 hour bullish market structure with potential demand underneath you by the time you get there. So it would start to look pretty weird. It would start to look pretty weird. Not saying it isn't possible, but if you're asking me, do I have like a high suspicion that something like that would happen? My answer to that would be no. I do not have a high suspicion that that would happen. Um, no, I don't. No, I just don't. I just don't. Hmm. All right. Yeah, it is pretty bad, right? It is because we already broke the internal structure. Wait. Raphael, what's up, buddy? Because we already broke the internal structure. Oh, by the time we get up there, we will have broken the internal structure. Is maybe that's what maybe that's what you're referring to, and if it is, then yes, yes. It just be good Lord, please don't let it go down the way that you were proposing. That would be terrible. That would be so bad. I would not like any manner of that. So I hope it doesn't happen that way. Um, but I get why you're looking at it that way. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy to take a look at render. Happy to take a look at render. Let's go take a peek and see what render is up to. Yeah, okay. So I see. Obviously, I get your interest in $4, or well, yeah, three. Yeah, the low, right? Totally get your interest in there, and totally understand your concern where you're going. But would it hold? Um, yeah, we're on a fairly bearish approach. Obviously, it's better to just slowly squiggle your way down somewhere, leave a whole bunch of lower highs to come back on, and then pull it. Right. That's the far better way to approach it. We're not doing that, but we do have a high that we can track. Um, I mean, yeah. Let's put it this way: if we were to come down, nor do I want to use this, and sweep that low, and then come back up and crack this high, then I would say your answer is quite likely in. Here's the one caution I would give you. Actually, this is going to be complicated. Fine, you're correct. This is going to be complicated because I'm going to treat this as supply, and I'm going to expect that we could retrace out of supply, which may equal something like this, right? So I think the safest possible way to approach a long for me would be to have it come down here, come up, break this, retrace out of here, back down into demand, and then flip your structure in demand, forming a higher low, showing that yes, supply did have a reaction, but demand is in control because when you if it comes back, if it hits supply, retraces back down into demand, flips structure, well then it wants to come back for this high, and then there's an opportunity that it's going to break that high. So I think this is the most ideal possible way uh, to handle that. Personal opinion. That's just the safest way to handle that. That's what I think. Um, yeah. Now I mean, can we get some different structure to start forming before we get to that low? And then maybe you can try it. Then maybe you could try a trade up to that high and kind of see how it responds from there. That would at least get you into for what I was proposing after that. Um, it would at least put you in a position where you're probably a lot safer on it. Um, but yeah, I'd probably want to approach it along those lines. And unfortunately, the time of day has come for me in which I must end my stream. Wish me luck on my 95K or 90, sorry, 95 100 take profit. You guys have a great day, and it was a pleasure.